Hello growers, today I want to share with you how to feed your banana. In front of me I have a Java Blue banana, and I've had this thing in the ground for about 4 months now, and I feed it every 2 months, and today I want to show you how I do it. So as you can see, I got about a good 18-inch of mulch from the base of the tree here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape this mulch away. All right. I'll scrape this mulch away. As you can see, when the mulch breaks down here, the soils actually get pretty good. All right. So you want to get to the actual soil down here. And what you want to do is about a good 12 to 16 inches from the trunk of the banana, you want to dig a hole, and you're gonna put down all your like food scraps and fish and eggshells and whatever you have, and that's how you feed it. So first of all, I'm gonna dig a hole about 2 feet and about 16 inches away from the trunk of the banana, and I'll show you how I do that. And you want to go about 2 feet deep, and your hole can be about 6 to 8 inches wide. It doesn't have to be really wide, but you want it to go really deep, because when you put the food scraps, the fish, and all that down here, the worm's going to come in. What they're going to do is they're going to eat, and when they drop the waste, that's what's going to fertilize and feed the root of your banana, and it's going to help the banana grow very fast, because without this, it's going to take a very long time for your banana to have a rack. Okay, so as you can see, I've dug a hole about a good 24 inches, and from here to here it's only about 8 to 10 inches. Same thing over here. So from the trunk of the tree to the hole where I'm going to drop it, it's about a good 12 inches. So that's fine. Ideally that's what you want to do. You want to dig a hole about 2 feet deep and about 10 inches wide on both sides. And you want to keep it from the trunk about a good 12 to 16 inches. Because you don't want to dig too close and disrupt the root of the banana, because that's not going to be good. That's not going to be healthy. And it's going to take a long time if you disrupt the root of the banana to recover. So ideally, this is good right here. It's what you want to do. And now I want to show you what I got in this bag that I'm going to put in this hole. I'll show you what I got in here before I put in here. So I got mangoes, eggshells, I got some fish, so a lot of food scraps, some avocados in there, some mushrooms, and ideally I do this about like every 2 months. I feed my banana, and if you do it right, you can get a rack less than a year. So what you want to do is you just want to dump all this food scraps just right down in there, just like so, just like that. And you can see you want to leave about a good 6 to 8 inches from the top soil, from the base, because you don't want to bury too close up here, because rodent can get in there, and you know, that's not good. You just want to put it about that much and about that deep. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this native soil right here that I dug up and put it in this 25-gallon. And I'm just going to dump it on top. So you just want to put that back in there. just like so. All right, I'm gonna just spread it and put it in there, just like so. And you don't see it right now because I got it covered, but all the worms is gonna get in there and they're gonna eat up all that food scraps, and they're gonna poop, and then all that compost that they dump after they eat, that's what's gonna fertilize your banana, and that's what's gonna boost the nutrition, and it's gonna help the growth of this banana. And when you do this every 2 months, you can expect to get a banana rack in about less than a year. Ideally, you can get a rack in about like 9 months if you do this. And another thing I like to do is I like to put a really thick, heavy mulch when I plant my banana. It's because banana loves to have water, and it holds water really well when you mulch it real thick. And here in Florida, it's really hot. So banana loves water. They love drinking water. They love to eat. So you got to feed it very often, and you got to give it a lot of sunlight and able for bananas to do well here. So after you cover the ground with all that food scrap you put in there, what you want to do is you just want to push back all this mulch that you remove, just like so. Okay. And ideally what I like to do is the next time I feed it, I won't necessarily feed it in the same spot, just because a lot of time it will take a while for the animals to get in there, the worm to eat up all that food. So what I like to do is I like to move into a different spot the next 2 months when I feed it, so it makes it better. But ideally, just imagine like if you had 4 different holes that had food scraps in there, like fish, like eggshell or coffee ground, or just any food scrap that you know it's left over. You can also freeze it, put it in a freezer, and take it out and put it in there. That will work just fine too. So save your food scrap, or if you're a fisherman, when you fillet your fish, just save the fish head and just use it as a fertilizer, a food scrap that you put in there, and it's gonna work really well with banana. So ideally you wanna do this every 2 months. And with banana, I water my banana around this time of the year. I water it like every other day, or sometimes I do it like twice a day when it gets hotter. Like in the middle of the summer, I like to water my banana about early morning and early evening, but right now I water it every other day, and that does fine in the spring. But when it gets real hot, you want to water your banana very often, so that way it can thrive and it can grow until eventually it puts out a rack. And a banana, once it puts out a rack, you know, that's done. That is life. So while it's still young, you want to feed it. You want it to be healthy. You want it to be have a lot of nutrition as it's growing. So that way, you know, it can put out extra pup, and your pup is going to be your next generation of banana plant that will produce for you, because a mother plant is not going to be able to produce like good pups if you don't feed it, if you don't water it, if you don't give it a lot of sunlight. It's going to struggle, and it's going to take a lot longer for it to produce a rack if you don't feed it. So that's what I do with my bananas here in Florida. I feed it often. I feed it a lot, and it does well. It grows really well. It grows really healthy and strong. So I expect this to have a rack in another 6 months or so, and I'm going to continue to feed it every 2 months, and that should do well. I expect it to put out extra pups after I feed it for 4 to 6 weeks. It should put out extra pups. In the next 2 months, I'll dig another hole right over here in this area, and I'll feed it again. But I hope that you try this, and it should help your banana. If you're here in the hot subtropical climate in Florida, try it. It should help your banana plants, and it's gonna increase the growth, and it's gonna bear you a rack a lot faster. So I hope you try it, and I hope it helps, and it does for me, and it's what I do to all my bananas in my garden, and it works really well. So I hope you try this method, and I hope it works for you. That's the video for today, grower. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.